Do 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 do.
Run, Barry, run!
What is going on, Reid Nation? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get to this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. My hair's in a bun because my hair is literally wet. I shampoo it. But we're going to be talking about something that is spoilerized. So if you have not seen the movie, I know the title's a spoiler, but if you have not seen the movie and you don't know anything, please click off this. If you're still watching this and you haven't seen the movie, I don't feel sorry for you because this movie's been out for a while and you already should be able to see it. There's probably tickets to see it standard, not in Adobe or IMAX or 3D, whatever. So you probably have to see it standard, sadly. But we're going to be talking about something that I literally just kind of had to look into, because if you watch my video yesterday, I actually did the spoiler talk, and I did mention that our timeline did not affect us when Cap went back in time. Now, I'm actually going against what I just said, because Russo brothers confirmed that when Cap went back in time, he actually created an alternate timeline or alternate reality of some sorts. They said it was true, and they said it's going to portray in future movies with Falcon. Now, if you guys don't know, at the end of Avengers Endgame, he had to go back in time to return every single stone, which is kind of weird because he has to go back to, I think, was it Vormir? I don't know if that's what it's called, Vormir, to go get back the Soul Stone to Red Skull. And I don't know how that's going to work, because then he's going to see Red Skull and know he's alive. You don't see the shift for the timeline change so quickly, but there could be repercussions in next movies. We might see the repercussions maybe inside of Spider-Man Far From Home. But anyways, he returned the stones, and when he returned the stones, he actually stayed back and lived his life with Peggy. Now, Peggy never mentioned the guy that she married throughout past movies. What was that? Maybe that guy could have been, you know, Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. We don't necessarily know, but that would beg the question, did really Captain America kiss his own niece in Civil War? I mean, that's so weird. It's so weird. But I don't. But in my opinion, I don't think it could. I don't think he was a part of the past when it comes to him actually marrying her, because then that means that there's another Captain America from like this full-fledged future, which he's the present Captain America. So if he was like a speedster or something like that, he would be the dominant speedster. So if you kill him, there would be no existence of a like remnant of himself from the future, because he is the future. So there's one quick thing that I actually want to mention. So like what I said, the Russo brothers actually confirmed that when he went back in time to stay with Peggy Carter, he created this this alternate, I guess they said alternate timeline, or it messed the timeline that they're in now, because it begs to differ what happened to the other Captain America. Now, I mentioned in a statement that I believe that Captain America lived his life, the present Captain America lived his life undergrounds with Peggy, while the other one was still frozen, and then was unfrozen for Avengers and Captain America Winter Soldier. So he did that to let the timeline keep going. If that's not the case, then he made sure Bucky didn't become Winter Soldier. He made sure that he stops Hydra. He stops Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, from killing Tony's parents, which leads to the existence of no Iron Man, and Tony Stark not taking over his dad's company, which leads probably Tony not to never meet Natasha, aka Black Widow, which he won't meet Pepper, and that leaves like a big loop of issues, and the Avengers will never come together because it's pointless. There's nothing really. So that it's just weird. It's weird to really just sit there and think like he created this whole different alternate timeline where nothing's really the same. And I don't know if the present timeline, I know Hulk said your past doesn't affect your present, but from what Russo's mentioned, it created like a directional turn. Like it created like an issue that we're gonna see in future movies, and I'm kind of scared because when he bit back in time, I was like it just it's like, dang, you really are about to do this. This is like, oof, like we're really about to see this. So another thing that I believe I wanted to mention is that if you guys see Captain America, the old Cap gave Falcon the shield. Now Russo brothers did say that Bucky knew that Captain was going back in time, and I don't know if they said that they had a further conversation or before it happened have a conversation like who would take on the mantle or stuff like that. From a theory perspective, I believe that Cap had a conversation with Bucky before he left and said, I'm going to live out my life with Peggy. Do you want to take on the mantle as Captain America? And he said no, because I still have work to do as the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky, to get myself right. Give it to Falcon because you're as close as him as you're close to me. So that could be one of the reasons why Falcon gets it before Bucky. In the comics, Bucky gets it before Falcon, but we don't necessarily do it like the comics, because Cap should have been dead in Civil War. If you technically remember the comics, he gets shot at the courthouse. There's a lot of stuff they don't do as comic book accurate, but they kind of give us still that fan service that we need, which I do love. But he said something from when I was reading that is like a hint. When Falcon when Sam held onto the shield, he said it feels like someone else's, and then El Cap said it's not, which leads from when I was reading that, what if since Cap like lived out his whole life, what if it wasn't underground, so he was married and like it was all legit, like out in the public? That means Captain America does not take. What if he does not take on the mantle and Sam ends up taking on instead? And that leads to think that maybe in the past, in the alternate timeline, maybe Sam takes over it immediately, like the time that Captain America is supposed to be getting out the ice. That time, actually, Sam takes over as Captain America. It's a weird combination. I think we do have future movies. We might, like I said, we might see a lot of that take into play in was it Far From Home for Spider-Man. I still can't believe that this is not the last movie of Phase 3. I think that is pretty much ridiculous to think. I really don't want to see Far From Home as the last Phase 3, because this one had a great ending for the Phase 3. So why would you end Phase 3 with Spider-Man? Unless there's going to be something in there that we don't expect. From the trailers, it looks like we pretty much know what Far From Home is going to be. But like I said, there could be some twists and turns. Like, think of Homecoming. We didn't expect Vulture to be the dad of, I believe, the girl that Peter liked in the story. So it's like we could see some twists and turns. But anyways, let me know down below about how you feel about this subject that Russo brothers confirmed. I think that is kind of cool that how they set it up, because maybe Sam was Captain America right at the time, you know, Steve was supposed to get out the ice. That'd be interesting stuff. But like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I will see you guys next video I post. Reid Nation, Route. This is one love, peace. Catch you guys later. Stay subscribed, stay blessed. I'm out. See you. Peace.